Here with Craig Williams, of course, has won a couple of Cox Plates. And Craig, what makes the Cox Plate so magical and such a good race?
Well, it's always been, because it's a 2,000, we're just over 2,000 metre and a weight for age contest here in Australia, it's the best of the best. The history shows you that only the good horses or champions win it. And I guess the whole atmosphere of the amphitheatre, we always get, on our marquee days, we always get great turnouts and great crowds, but having the amphitheatre of Moonee Valley where it felt like the crowd was always on top of you, there was nothing better than coming back victoriously, winning the Cox Plate to the crowd and feeling like everyone is so close to us.
So in those ones that you have won, and we'll talk about the oh-so-close one as well, what was sort of the moment that you knew you had it won? Or what was the best moment within those races? Because obviously, you've got Bossy down the side on Maccabi Diva. We've had you going through the pack on Pink and Picker. What was the best moment?
Winning. Winning is the only good moment. It's just such an amazing race. As a kid growing up in racing, that's all you dreamt about, you wrote stories about it, and that's why we work every day to try and, to get a ride in the race. And then, I was pretty cocky. I always thought I could win it. But to win it twice and from different circumstances is quite amazing.
You had that moment when you went oh so close in Animo in a very weird circumstance when no one was here. So what was that like? You've just talked about the great atmosphere and coming back, but to have no one on the racetrack for such an important race.
Well, I got pressure and interference in the race, so we protested, and I thought we should have been the deserved winner without it. So it didn't just end there that day, even having no crowd for COVID. We went, we made a case and put our case forward, and unfortunately unsuccessful. But yeah, that was an unusual year, that's for sure.
I'll just ask you one thing. Obviously, you've been lucky enough to win it a couple of times, but outside of your own winners, what has been your favourite one, I guess, to sort of reflect on that you've enjoyed that where you haven't been able to win?
I was part of Maccabi Diva's win, and I thought that was amazing. Looking at the history of the race, there's just so many great races, but I'd say Bone Crush and Our Waverley Star was probably the one. It was it seared in my mind as a kid growing up, and then all I wanted to be was a jockey and to be winning the race. But I'd say that was probably one of. It's probably disrespectful because there's so many great races and great horses and jockeys that have won it. But that one's the ones that sit in my mind anyway.
Thank you very much for that.
No,
Thank you.
I enjoyed
Good luck.
Thanks.